So at one point you dropped your album.
Yeah, 96.
In 96. Now, these days you see producer albums all the time, but back then it wasn't really happening.
Yeah. My blueprint was Quincy Jones.
It's a hell of a blueprint to follow right there.
Yeah.
And Money Ain't a Thing came off of there.
Yeah.
Now, Jay-Z was big, but not as big as he is now. I mean, 96, I mean, was that Hard Knock Live Part 2?
Nah, not yet.
Not yet. Okay, so that was before he really reached his peak.
Yeah.
But that was just an absolute monster of a song.
Yeah.
How did that song come together?
Well, I met Jay. We was doing this the great photo shoot in Harlem. It was like the reenactment of or remake of the jazz musicians, all the greatest jazz musicians photo that they did in Harlem. And they all had came out on the block and they did this photo shoot, and they wanted to do the same thing with rappers. I think it was for XXL.
Yeah, Gordon Parks did the photo.
So he did the same thing with rappers. So we went to New York. It was me and Chris Cross. We went to New York, and that day that I got to New York, I heard, I think, a Clue mixtape, and if I'm not mistaken, in the Clue mixtape, Jay he took a part from the Dru Hill remix where I did Y'all Wanna Dance, I'm Gonna Make You Dance. He took the same beat, but he changed the lyrics. And me being from Atlanta, I didn't think people from New York, rappers anyway, was really paying attention to what I was doing on that level, especially a rapper like people was giving to Jay-Z. So when I heard him take my part, I was like, oh, shit, you've been listening to me. So then that's the first thing I said to him when I seen him. I'm like, yo, I heard you take my thing, you know. And real quick, we had a quick conversation, you know, about it, and we was like, we should hook up and make a record. And from that day forth, I felt this energy between me and him that we basically saw and was thinking a lot alike. So we became friends from there, and I called him and told him I wanted to do the song. He came to Atlanta. On the way to the airport, I started thinking about what I wanted the hook to be. And I'm listening to Can't Knock the Hustle, and he says, I'm deep in the South, kicking up top game. And when he said deep in the South, I'm like, why would he say this? He from Brooklyn. What made him say deep in the South? So for some reason, I thought the music was just talking to me, saying deep in the South. He's talking about Atlanta. That's what I just visualized it. So I'm like, shit, this part right here means this need to be our song. So when he got in the car, I kept saying, yo, listen to this. I heard this part, blah, 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 blah. Screaming through the sunroof, switching 4 lanes, screaming money, anything. So this whole little part he says in there, I'm like, we should make that a hook. So we just started talking about it on the way back to my house. I had the beat already before I went to pick him up from the airport.
Video was crazy, by the way.
Yeah.
Riding around with the Ferraris, with throwing money out the window with the models.
Yeah. Shit that people don't be doing on record. We actually wrecked the Porsche on that video.
You wrecked the Porsche?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.